I was only in the 6th grade, fresh out of elementary school. Back then, I had little to no friends then, because I always had trouble talking to anyone. It burned me to my core every time I tried to make some friends, but inevitably failed. It was one day in PE where I saw my fellow classmates surrounding someone like a celebrity. I then heard the mellow, mesmerizing melody of the hand whistle, and I was shocked at the simplistic yet unthinkable way it played. I thought to myself,
If I can hand whistle just like him, maybe I can make friends and be popular.
I had no idea I would go on a journey, although not as spiritual, like Siddhartha and Ray Smith, to learn about myself. I was determined to whistle in only a few days before anyone else could do it. I practiced and practiced every minute, every hour, and every day. I tried everything I could by myself, but to no avail. And as I went around the school, I saw more and more people trying to do it too, and some were able to play. I became jealous of those who did. Like Siddhartha, I, quote, did not learn from them these childlike pleasures and follies. I only learned from the things from them which I despised. I too despised them for knowing to do something before I could. I thought to myself,
I can't do anything right.
in bitter defeat, I gave up without a hope in the world. The next morning was of a Saturday morning, and I decided that I wanted to visit the elementary school in front of my house. I sat beneath the old tree next to the empty bike racks, and I stared at the dew-covered playground I had just played on last year before I moved on to middle school. It felt like ecstasy even, I felt, with flashes of sudden remembrance and feeling sweaty and drowsy. I felt like sleeping and dreaming in the grass, just as Ray did when he hiked the woods. I remembered that this was the place I learned how to tie my shoes, even though I didn't get it the first time. I remembered that my dad guided me with the laces to finally tie the knot, so I decided to ask for his assistance once more. As I was telling my father of my troubles, quote, he did not await anything with impatience and gave neither praise nor blame. He only listened. I told him of the hand whistle and all about my troubles trying to play it. It was only when I finished that he said, I too had trouble doing the hand whistle as a kid, but with the help of my father, I did it in 2 weeks. He gave me advice on how to position and to shift my hands to find a sweet spot for the perfect sound. After a few days, I too was able to produce loud and clear results. However, I realized that I shouldn't be doing this for just my own gain, but to help others just as my dad did for me. In that moment, I, quote, really believed in the reality of charity and kindness and humility and zeal and neutral tranquility and wisdom and ecstasy. I helped out people whose hope was faltering and those who just seemed interested in performing the hand whistle. Now I feel the need to help others when they need someone to help them, even if I know I can't, for it is the right thing to do in becoming a gentleman and a better person in general. Thanks for listening to my story.